guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do something a little different. As you guys can tell, I'm here in my kitchen. So I love cooking. That's something that I really love. Sometimes, of course, you know, with the everyday thing, life, we don't have time to cook. However, I do make time to cook because that's obviously important. We need to eat in order to be healthy and, you know, to have energy. So, but today is Saturday, so I'm gonna show you guys a little recipe that I have kind of built on my own, honestly. And I learned how to do it. I was kind of experimenting a little bit. I love pasta, so that's obviously something that I'm super into. I created this pasta just literally with no measurements or anything like that. As Dominicans, we do that a lot. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make some really yummy pasta. It's super simple. I'm gonna be putting the ingredients now. So now that you guys have seen the ingredients, that's basically what we're gonna be using. I have back there, I have water boiling right now with oil and salt, and then I have the other pan which is ready for the sauce. By the way, let me just show you guys the pans that I use because, hey, you guys can probably purchase. Okay, so this is the pan that I use for the meat. Okay, it's a little crazy, right? I cook a lot, so this is it. It's from IKEA and it's awesome. I love it. All right, so this is the other one. This one, my mother gave it to me when I moved here, and I'm in love with this. I cook my rice here. I do so many things in this one as well. That meat one, I love. So I cook my meats there, my chicken. So this is gonna be a chicken pasta, by the way. And I cook my rice here. I do, obviously for this pasta, I do the sauce in this one. So I love it. It's awesome. You can purchase this at Walmart. I think that's where my mom got it. And then the other one is just a set that I purchased on Amazon, or that, yeah. So let's move on to the next part. We're gonna go on with cutting some stuff up. So perhaps I'm gonna be, you know, putting this to a fast mode as you guys see me doing some other things. So we're gonna start by cutting our mushrooms. So I usually take out the little, you know, stem here. Don't mind that you guys don't see me. Obviously, I hope that the purpose of this video is for you guys to learn how to make this. So I have some mushrooms here. Doesn't really matter how you cut them. If you're not a fan of mushrooms, then you can always cut them smaller, but it will take longer. I'm not a fan of mushrooms at all. I'm super picky eater actually, which is funny that I actually do this pasta because I would not eat mushrooms. I would not probably order a mushroom pasta in a restaurant, but with this pasta I've learned that the mushroom is a special touch. So I actually don't mind it. I just don't eat it. I just take it out, right? But this gives it all the flavor, guys. So trust me when I tell you, if you don't like mushrooms, it's okay. I don't like them either, but it gives an amazing flavor. I know a lot of you guys might also be allergic to mushrooms, so sorry if you guys can't enjoy this pasta with the full ingredients. However, you can always go ahead and you know, make it perhaps without the mushrooms, you know, or you guys can add maybe another vegetable. You guys can probably add peppers, and I'm sure it'll be awesome as well. I don't really add peppers because I feel like it's enough. Probably I can, you know, try one day with peppers. I'm sure with peppers it will be amazing as well. So you might say, hey, these are a lot of mushrooms, but it's not. They actually, mushrooms shrink, so usually, I don't know why these mushrooms are like playing with me today. They're not sticking together, but it's okay. Don't forget to always clean your hands after you're done with one task. For example, like if I'm gonna start with the onion, I do clean my hands after I'm done with the mushrooms. That's just me. But I think it's always good to do that. Especially if you're dealing with meat as well. If you're cutting meat or you're seasoning meat, right? It's very helpful to do that. Alright, so we're done with the mushrooms. You guys see how much mushrooms? I'm sorry, but I don't have a, well, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I cut about 8 mushrooms. One of them was like a pretty big one, like about this size. So bear with me. We're done with that. So I'm gonna remove this. Now let's keep going. So I'm gonna wash my hands. Still boiling. So I actually want to jump in and tell you guys what I use these 2 ingredients for, and the garlic. So garlic I use for the sauce. Usually it will be even better if you use the real garlic. However, at the moment I don't have, so I'm using the paste. Okay, and I'll let you guys know how much of this I put in later. Probably a spoon of it into the sauce. For these 2 things, wait, let me show you guys which ones are the ones that I use. So these are the 2 ones that I use. This is for the meat. I love this seasoning because, so you guys can see. Okay, so it's amazing. Obviously Goya, I think all Hispanics use this. This is the perfect seasoning. So it's total seasoning. Okay, so these 2 things is what I basically use for my meat. I also use some salt and I also use some pepper. Now, the other thing that I use is when I sear in the pan for the meat, I use some butter to sear with the meat and I mean the chicken. Sorry guys. And that's basically it. So I'll show you guys that later. Now we're gonna start off with cutting the onion. Oh, and I also kind of want to just rinse the. So honestly, there's no specific way of cutting the onion. I honestly just do whatever and just cut it as I go. You can cut it in little cubes. You can cut it, oh, I'm cutting it the long way, but I might cut it into cubes in a little bit, whatever makes it easier. Honestly, just trying to make my life easier. Doesn't really matter. I do like my vegetables cut thinly sliced, or you know, but it doesn't matter. We'll try. Let's see. This is what gives it the seasoning, so it doesn't really matter as long as it's in there, guys. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go in like this. This probably cuts it into smaller pieces, smaller cubes. Doesn't matter if you're mixing the onions and the mushrooms. Doesn't really matter. All right. Pieces, so that's good. I'm no chef, guys. I don't know how to cut 100% like professionally, but I try my best. The important thing is that this tastes amazing, and that always tends to happen because I love cooking and I do what I love, so that's what matters. If you guys have not tried cooking, girls, you know, just try it. It's actually can be really relaxing, especially if you see that your food came out amazingly good and people enjoy it. So this is a recipe that I've actually made for my family and they absolutely love. My mom is a super healthy eater, super duper, especially because, you know, she's aging and all, so she's obviously taking care of herself. And she actually tried this pasta, so that's a really amazing thing because she does not eat like things that have just like the sauce and things. She's just too healthy, too much. Washing my hands again. Then I'm gonna dry them. Okay, the pasta is about ready to go in the water is ready to bring in the pasta. So I'm gonna use this pasta that I had already used, half of it. Alright guys, so the next step is I have the chicken here. I have 2 little pieces, nothing crazy. Because like I said, it's not for a lot of people. Usually if it's for more people, I make a lot more, of course. You know, people love chicken. The meat is an important part of the pasta for me, at least. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna season it now. So I first start with, actually no, I'm gonna start with this one. So we add this one. Don't be shy about it because this is actually what's gonna give it a very good flavor. And then just turn it around, put it everywhere. That's awesome, good. It's gonna be so yummy. I love this seasoning, it's amazing. So now I'm gonna use this one. Simple, you guys can use whatever seasoning honestly you guys like because this is a little bit separate. This is not gonna really go into the pasta. This would just go on top of the pasta. And now I'm gonna just add a little bit of salt. Just like that. On both sides. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of pepper. I love pepper, so you add to your touch. I like pepper and I like spices, so gives it a little kick. So I put a lot, about that much. So again, washing my hands constantly. I'm gonna put this to the side because, oops, that's gonna be the last thing that I'm gonna be cooking. All right, so now onto the sauce, which is the best part. It's my favorite part. Guys, so this is where we are. I did a little transition. So I put about 2 spoonfuls of these, okay, into my pan in here. And now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put my onions and mushrooms inside, okay. Fell overboard. It's okay, everything's clean. So, alright, so I'm gonna give it a little spin so it gets together with the butter. Alright, so now what I do is that I add actually the garlic paste. Remember, you guys can add, so if you guys have the real garlic, actually I suggest you mixing it first with the butter, the real chunks of garlic. However, if you have the paste, you can just put it in at this time, okay? But remember, we have to cook all of this. So I put about this much garlic. That's garlic. And then I'm gonna put some Goya seasoning. So you always add a little bit more, even though, because obviously, you know, when everything comes together, you want it to have flavor. I'm gonna add, let's actually measure. I'm gonna use the same spoon. I'll measure it for you guys. Oops. It's okay. So I'm gonna put about, actually that's a lot. I'm gonna put about this much of salt. I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit how that's looking. And I'm gonna put actually quite a bit of pepper. I'm probably gonna put like about half of what I have in here. You guys can see. Okay. So yeah, exactly half. Okay. So that's that. So amazing, guys. So I'm gonna put that at medium heat because I don't want things to burn either. So we don't want our butter to burn. That's very important. So I just let that cook for a little bit before I add my heavy cream. Okay, this is heavy whipping cream. Got in Publix, yes. That's what the P stands for my Florida people. Alright, so that's gonna cook. Oh, let me show you guys how it looks. So this is how it's looking. You guys might say, ew, that looks disgusting. But it's not, guys. It's really not. You guys will see what an amazing sauce it creates later on. Of course, I just want to cook it, you know, just for a little bit. I'll get back to you guys later. One of my suggestions is not to let like the little, how do you call it? The sauce that you made with like the onion and with the butter and the mushrooms. Don't let it like dry up because that's the flavoring. It's all there. So let's open this. And we're just gonna add it just like that. I added a little bit around. Move it around town. Comment down below if you guys know what that means. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use the whole thing. Usually I get the bigger heavy cream when I'm doing like, and it's a bigger group of people. Alright, so we're done with that. We're basically done with the whole recipe, honestly. Now what's left is the chicken. Also, I'm gonna have to give this a try and see that everything is good, that doesn't need perhaps more salt or more pepper, but remember, that's of liking. So if you're not a very like salty person or pepper person, it's okay, you don't have to. You can add it to your taste, okay? So that's basically it. That's the recipe. I'm gonna come back with the final results, and perhaps I'll show you guys a little clip of how the chicken ends up looking like, and that's it. So guys, I did want to show you guys how the sauce ends up looking like. Something like this. You see? Once the pasta is in, you guys will see how it all blends together. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I basically just transfer the pasta. I grabbed one of these. If you guys have this at home, easy peasy. I don't know if this is the correct way of doing it, transferring pasta. I don't care. This is my way of doing it. I do it like this, little by little, because you know sometimes I actually have some pasta left over. I know Europeans, Italians and such, they measure their pasta depending on how many people there is gonna be. But I have yet to learn. I have to learn that actually, because comment down below if you guys know, because I honestly will really appreciate it. I have not learned that. Maybe I can just look it up, but hey, it's the Dominican in me. I just don't measure, I just do it how it works. So I think I'm gonna stop here in terms of pasta. I'll probably save this pasta for something else, tuna pasta or something simple for later on. So I'm gonna remove this. So guys, look how this is looking like after adding the pasta into the sauce. You guys hear that? Hear that? That's the creaminess in it. And the flavor is amazing. Once again, at this part, check, taste the sauce, and see if it needs salt or pepper. And now I'm gonna work on the chicken. Alright guys, so I have my chicken here, and I just put a little bit of butter, just a little bit, just for the pan. So what I just do is I just, it's seasoned, remember. I just move it around like this, and just place it. And then I place this one. So I make sure that it's cooked well, inward and outward, okay? Because the worst thing is when you cut a chicken and it's all pink inside. That's not my preference, honestly. We're just gonna cook the chicken, make sure that's cooked inward. This is boiling. So actually, put your pasta to boil at a low heat. I put it right now. I put it at a 2. So it's important because you don't want the sauce to dry up. You just want to maintain it hot. So when it's ready, it's ready. So you can put it low too, whatever is your preference. So just cook the chicken. Oh, I actually forgot something. I usually add to the pan as well. I add some garlic, but it's okay. Maybe let me add it now. I'm gonna add it now because hey, extra flavor is always important. Add it around here, and I'll make the chicken. Just a little bit. I'm gonna make the chicken with the garlic right now. And the garlicky flavor. So what I do after my chicken is done is that I cut it into little slices in a way. You guys will see once I show you guys the final result. Also, actually, let me grab something really quickly, which is in the recipe, the video that I posted in the beginning of everything, all the ingredients. But this is I love this cheese. So it's this one, Parmesan Belgioso, freshly shredded. I love this one. This is the one that I like. I actually get this in Publix. I don't know, you guys have to try and see if you guys can find it. I'll give you a close-up. This is what it looks like. That's the name. Oops, sorry, I got the price in there. But this is amazing. I love this cheese. It melts right into the pasta. Yeah, okay. Guys, so this is my final product for the chicken. Now, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. First of all, let me show you guys the pasta. So good. So amazing. By the way, this plate is from Mexico when I went to Tulum. Love this plate. I got a whole set. I fell in love with these. So now, let's actually add our chicken. Just a little bit on top. Just like that. I'll show you guys in a little bit. So, that's that. And now I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna get some cheese, and since the pasta is hot and the chicken as well, I'm just gonna throw the cheese on top like such. And Hey guys, so this is the final result. Look how amazing that looks. Super yummy. So if you guys enjoyed this video, comment down below what other videos you guys would like to see. Comment down below if you guys would like to see more cooking videos, what type of cooking videos you guys would like to see. If you guys want to see another pasta video, if you guys want to see me cook meat, which I do a-okay, very good. And comment down below what other videos you guys want to see.